welcome to the 9th edition of the Suir Valley International 3-Day 2015. In 2013 it was Sam Bennett, now a Tour de France rider, who took the yellow jersey on stage 1 and held it to the end of the entire race, taking the overall victory. The following year Dylan Byrne took yellow on stage 2 and held it through stages 3 and 4. Mark Dowling, in pursuit of the yellow jersey, challenged Byrne on the slopes of the Naya and attacked with 3 kilometres to go, winning the final stage and taking the overall yellow in the 2014 event. Champion Systems were back this year with a stronger and well-informed team looking for yellow, as were the team of JLT Condor, their squad of Laverick, Carpenter, Mellor and Tanfield. The Irish national champion Damien Shaw was also here with his new team, and with squads from the Isle of Man, from Ireland, Britain and Scotland, the battle for the 8 different jersey classifications was going to be close, and stage 1 would be a hunting ground for sprinters like Cordy O'Brien.
We're down here at the Suir Valley 3-Day. It's one of Ireland's leading cycling races in the August long weekend. It's going to be 4 tough stages. Hopefully the weather will be good. We're here with our team, Osborne Meets, McCarthy Cycles. We're looking forward to the race. We want to give it a good shot. We've had success here in the past, so hopefully it should be the same this year. The field looks pretty strong and hopefully the weather will hold up, and I'm looking forward to getting stuck into the race.
Came here 2 years ago and we did very well then, and we're looking to go one better again this year with taking the GC, or even taking any other jersey, the hotspot jersey. We have Harry Tanfield here, who's ridden well at the Tour of Yorkshire earlier on this year. He'll be looking for the sprints. Luke Grivell-Mellor, he's also very strong in the fast finishes, so the 2 of them will be looking for the bunch kicks. And then we have Dante Carpenter, who spent his time in Italy last year, so he knows how to climb a hill. And of course, myself, I'll be looking to be there for Dante, and also looking to slip myself into a good GC position as well.
Let's take a look then at what's on the menu for day 1 for these riders. 113.2 kilometres, taking them from Clonmel back to Clonmel, 2 hotspot sprints along the way, and 3 King of the Mountains before the fast run-in to the finish. Race director Declan Byrne getting ready to roll out a neutralised start from the Tightham Army Barracks in Clonmel. Time to get the legs loosened up before the racing starts, the yellow flag signifying the neutralised start. Out on the Carrick-on-Shore road, and all the riders in the peloton getting ready for stage 1 of this Suir Valley 3-Day. The flag is dropped and the attacks start immediately. The first to go on the move, Clinton O'Mahony and Andrew O'Hearn. O'Mahony pushes on, but he's passed on the inside here by Stephen Murray of the Strata 3 Velo Revolution. Murray, a very, very strong and aggressive rider, but the peloton vigilant, and he's soon reeled in as we head towards the village of Kilshillen. Now a big attack here from the DID rider Finton Ryan as he tries to break clear. Another attack as many riders try to make their way off the front. Stephen Murray and Joseph Buffani of DID, and they're chased down by Damien Shaw, the Irish champion. And then a big attack by Luke Mellor of the JLT Condor team. He seizes a moment and attacks on the inside, but he's quickly brought back. The pace in the peloton relentless. More attacks from Ali McCauley of Team Suir and Aaron Bugle, the former professional. Then Dante Carpenter of JLT comes through to the front to take his turn. The pace is frenetic as the riders try to break away, but as we can see, they only have around about 10 seconds on the peloton. And as we head towards the first hotspot sprint on the run-in to Carrick-on-Shore, the peloton are caught, and it is Owen Morton of UCD Cycling Team who takes the hotspot sprint from Dave McGowan of Champion Systems, with Mark Power in 3rd. We cross the Suir River in Carrick-on-Shore, the home of the famous Sean Kelly, 4 times winner of the points classification in the Tour de France and a winner of races such as Milano-San Remo and the Paris-Roubaix. A breakaway group of riders going clear, Sean Lacey at the back and 2 riders trying to race across. Colm Cassidy and Mark Power having a little bit of a conversation at the front so they can keep the pace nice and steady. Derry Feely takes a turn at the front with Colm Cassidy, and then Mark Power with Robin Kelly just behind him in the black as Colm Cassidy powers around the bend. The lovely stone walls on the lower slopes of the first King of the Mountains at Prot Law, and it's James Davenport of DID attacking the break in the pursuit of the King of the Mountains. Quickly marked by Chris Riley, last year's King of the Mountains. Chris Riley attacks with 500 metres to go to the King of the Mountains and quickly gets some distance on the DID rider. He takes the first King of the Mountains climb with Cassidy in second and Davenport in third. Beautiful shots as the peloton head by the church in Port Law, about 40 seconds behind the leaders. Sebastian Bayliss in the luminous yellow for Champion Systems, trying now to help with the chase. The peloton though in total disarray and lots of action. Bayliss still looking for a little bit of help because Champion Systems have totally missed the breakaway. Well, the peloton falling a little bit further behind now. Our lead car sponsored by Morrison's BMW and Mini, who support all the race with about £1 million worth of rolling stock. The leading group then working very strongly. At the back it's the DID rider James Davenport who's getting dropped due to his efforts on the first King of the Mountains, and he is left behind as the rest of the riders start to push on. Going to the front now, Robin Garry of the Isle of Man, and the rest of the riders Colm Cassidy, Derry Feely, Mark Power, Sean Lacey, Robin Kelly and Stephen Murray. The riders start their sprint for the second hotspot on the Fidown Bridge. Sean Lacey leading out the sprint from Mark Power, and Robin Kelly attacks in his usual style. Kelly sprinting for the line with Garry of Team Isle of Man behind him and Lacey in third. Kelly takes the hotspot sprint. Heading now towards the next King of the Mountains in Temple Rum. The peloton now 50 seconds down on the leaders as we head to cross the bridge, and we're heading now with the peloton towards Pilltown. Derry Feely of ITAP leading the group up the lower slope of Temple or Rum climb with Chris Riley behind, and next Colm Cassidy and then Stephen Murray. Sean Lacey, Mark Power, Robin Kelly and Robin Garry behind. Derry Feely driving at the front. More spectators coming out to cheer the riders on. Building up now towards the King of the Mountains. Chris Kelly attacks with Colm Cassidy very quick to react and Murray close behind. Cassidy squeezes through on the inside to take the second King of the Mountains with Riley in second and Murray in third. We see the peloton passing over the King of the Mountains, over 1 minute down on the leaders. Mark Power now getting dropped by the leaders, and Robin Kelly now being dropped on the Kilmagany climb. The leaders now looking very strong, and it's the ITAP rider Derry Feely who's really pushing on the momentum. The rest of the group, Stephen Murray, Colm Cassidy, Sean Lacey and Robin Garry. The Isle of Man rider on the back is an A3 classified rider, which means he will take the blue A3 jersey. The break now turning on the road to Clonmel. Only 17 kilometres remaining to the finish. Stunning scenery as we go past Tickencore Castle, the property of Sir William Osborne in 1777. And the riders on horseback going over the St Thomas Bridge on the River Suir. Colm Cassidy now powering to the front, determined to keep the breakaway as the chasers close the gap. They're only a few seconds behind now and closing very quickly. Colm Cassidy, a very strong rider, a time trial expert, with Stephen Murray just sitting behind, staying out of the action, maybe looking for the overall general classification. And so we're near the finish line of stage one as the breakaway just managed to hold on in front of the peloton. We can see them just behind as now the sprint opens up, and it's Cassidy who opens up a gap on the run into the line. He will take stage one and the yellow jersey, with Sean Lacey in second and Stephen Murray in third. Derry Feely of ITAP holds on for fourth, Robin Gary takes fifth, and behind, Owen Morton of UCD takes sixth in the bunch sprint. Champion Systems rider Dylan Byrne and Luke Merra of JLT Condor cross the line, with the peloton in many groups. The next group of 7 riders, led in by Stephen Shanahan of Team Suir. And then the rest of the peloton cross the finish line to finish a very tough stage one.
Goal for the day was get bodies in the break and kind of take from there, obviously with a stage win in mind, so it's mission accomplished. So pretty much just see what happened.
Looked like the break rode well together today.
Yeah, it went early enough. I think it went after the first hotspot preem, so it was kind of hard riding into that, so it was a good opportunity to go. We had the numbers in it, so it worked very well together, and bodies just kind of popped off throughout the race as it went on.
It was a very tough race, very fast all the way to Carrigan-Suir, and people were well up for the first hotspot preem, and I knew after the hotspot preem that there could be a lull, and that's where the break kind of got away. And the stage was nearly 120k, and that break started after 15k, so it was a long time up the road. It was a good break, a great break of around 9 riders that came down to 8 and then eventually down to 5, and everyone was very honest in the break. Nobody really missed a turn or anything like that. Everyone was very honest, which is brilliant, and we had a good we got a good gap during the stage, but then we lost it. It was only natural that it was starting coming down towards the finish. But our goal for the weekend was to get a stage, and we got that stage, and it was great to get it in the first day. We respect the jersey as best we can and try to keep it, and we'll take it stage by stage.
My main goal was to get into break, so I usually ride aggressively because I find it easier to establish the break than try and ride across. But super fast coming out the road, so I just jumped straight out of the bunch and rode across over to that. We kind of got going then, and it was just solid all day. The lads were contesting the mountain pints, but I was just kind of trying to save my legs as much as possible for the finish. Got third in the end, probably lost out because of numerical advantage, but them's the breaks.
Sean, this race is really growing. It's on its 9th edition here in Clonmel. It's really been a big event for this area and for cycling in general, and some very talented riders have come out of this event and going on to ride the Tour de France, like Sam Bennett. You see this race growing in the future?
Well, first of all, it's a great race, a good time of year to have the race, because at this period in the season there's not many good races, and a 3-day race, it's great for the guys to have that, and we've seen the riders that have come to the race over many years, a very good field. Some of them went on, as you said, to ride the Tour de France, it's great to have it continuing. I think that is the most important thing. The question is, where do we go from here? It would nice to see to go to a bigger event, but again, I think at the level it's a great event for everybody, because a lot of the guys who are just racing here, the juniors of course can ride it as well, where if you go up in the level, your ranking, well then it mightn't be as easy for the juniors and the lower category riders to do it. So it's a great event, and of course we have great roads here. That is the thing, you have fabulous roads to organise the event, and it's been a success for the last 8 or 9 years, and hopefully it continues.
Wonderful to see the legendary Sean Kelly here at the Suir Valley 3-Day. Stephen Murray takes the stage winner's white jersey because Colm Cassidy has yellow. Sean Lacey takes the green points jersey and has time to share the moment with his family. Robin Gary of Team Isle of Man takes the A3 blue jersey for his great work in the break, and Ian Morton of UCD takes the pink sprints jersey. Ian O'Connell of Blarney takes the combined jersey for the most aggressive rider after a chase of nearly 50 kilometres during the stage, and the yellow jersey goes to Colm Cassidy of Aqua Blue. And here's the stage results of stage 1. Colm Cassidy wins in 2 hours 33 minutes and 59 seconds, Lacey in second place and Stephen Murray in third. It was a good day for the breakaway. They just managed to hold off the might of the peloton. And after stage 1, here is the general classification. Colm Cassidy in the first yellow jersey of the Suir Valley International 3-Day, Sean Lacey in second place and Stephen Murray in third. All set up for a fantastic next 2 days of racing. Stage 1 opened up with fast racing and many attacks failing on the way into Carrick-on-Suir, but one break did succeed. The peloton, never really getting their act together, split up on the run-in to the finish, with Colm Cassidy taking the stage and the yellow jersey. And here we are, day 2, 93.2 kilometres of racing. The riders racing over the King of the Mountains points, 3 of those on the way to the finish. Everything based on Clonmel again, but of course the riders racing through Carrick-on-Suir. As the neutral service cars get ready, on the left-hand side, former national champion Morgan Fox. Owen Morton in the pink jersey at the start of stage 2. Stephen Murray in the white jersey, sponsored by Morrison's BMW. The riders in O'Connell Street, where they will finish later on today. At the front of the race neutralised. And we are heading out to Dungarvan Road with the neutralised start. And so, with day 1 already in their legs and a little bit of recovery overnight, the flag is dropped and stage 2 is underway. As always at the start of a stage race, the attacks start to happen, and the first rider to go on the move is Robin Kelly of Waterford Cycling Team. He decides to up the pace and test the legs of the rest of the riders. The roads are a little bit wet and the weather is humid, cloudy but dry at the moment. The pace still very high at the start of stage 2, but the first King of the Mountains taken by Chris Riley of Team Suir and Martin Majeski in second, Ed Laverick of JLT Condor in third. Our Commissar President enjoying the day, driven by Technical Director Paul O'Donoghue. And the downhill run into Ballinacarbie for the Pinewood hotspot, taken by Robin Gary of Team Isle of Man. Straight out of the hotspot sprint and on to the first King of the Mountains. On the first King of the Mountains now on Ballinacarbie, and it's Marcus Christie of Aqua Blue who leads the peloton up the lower slopes, with Chris Riley keeping a watchful eye on the front. Team Suir control the race on the climb, with Adam Armstrong and Stephen Shanahan keeping the pace high for teammate Chris Riley in the King of the Mountains jersey. JLT rider Dante Carpenter sitting behind the polka dot jersey and waiting to pounce. Armstrong, though, pulling hard, back from a long absence from racing. As Team Suir tried to control the front of the race, Martin Majeski attacks off the front, quickly marked by the King of the Mountains. Damien Shaw goes to the front and drives a blistering pace to stop any more attacks and protect his teammate Chris Riley in the polka dot jersey. As they reach the top of the climb now, and it's Riley who attacks to try to take the King of the Mountains, which he does. And straight after the King of the Mountains, a small break forming with a 20-second advantage. Onto the main Dungarvan road to the second King of the Mountains. And it's Ali McCauley, Mark Callahan, John Horgan, Harry Tanfield, Marcus Christie and Mike Ashurst who are in the breakaway group. Again, it's Team Suir who are leading up the King of the Mountains to take the maximum points. The JLT team car here and the Aqua Blue team car making sure they look after their riders. A slender 20-second advantage for the leaders on a chase group. In the chasing group though, some very strong riders including Ed Laverick of JLT Condor, Damien Shaw, the King of the Mountains leader Chris Riley and ex-professional sprinter Poddy O'Brien amongst others. Tom Mazzoni there of the Isle of Man is trying to push on, and moving up on the inside is Michael O'Loughlin of the Nicholas Roche Performance Team, who's only a junior and in very good company. Dave McGowan of Champion Systems in the luminous yellow, and as he starts to move across, moving up on the inside is the JLT Condor rider Ed Laverick, followed immediately by his teammate Dante Carpenter. We look here at the breakaway group of riders, only 30 kilometres now to the finish, and the pace looks to have dropped in this group. Stunning scenery in the background, unforgiving roads on the Suir Valley 3-day. It looks like the breakaway is starting to be in some trouble, little gaps starting to open. And at the finish line, we await the riders. Ed Laverick and Dave McGowan head into the finish with 1 kilometre to go, having broken away from the leading group. With 200 metres to go and into the second last corner, they then turn left into the finishing straight. And it's Dave McGowan who leads out Laverick. He takes the stage and the yellow jersey. Tanfield takes third from Ali McCauley. And not far behind, Dante Carpenter and Chris Riley in the polka dot cross the line. The main field crossing the River Suir with 1 kilometre to go. The peloton turned towards the finish. No sign of the yellow jersey who was caught up in a fast crash earlier on in the stage. That also took out Stephen Murray in the white jersey, who was taken to hospital. And the peloton now racing in towards the finish line to complete a tough stage 2 on the roads. The minor placings now decided, but no doubt that Dave McGowan was the winner of a thrilling breakaway. The pink jersey and the yellow jersey will change shoulders now.
Dave McGowan, Champion Systems. Dave, can you tell me how you got into the jersey today?
Yeah, it was kind of a pre-planned move to get a guy in the early break, which we did with Mike Ashurst, and then hopefully just on a couple of the climbs try a move and get across to it. The break at the end with myself and Ed, that just kind of came about by chance, but yeah, it was perfectly timed, which kind of moved me into the jersey.
Yeah, it was tough enough. It was fast enough at the start, and just to be wary that nothing really got away, because the first KOH was pretty soon. It was within the first 5k to the top of it, so it was just ideally try and pick up the first 2, because the last one was so far into the race that the break would probably be gone and the points would be gone, so just get the first 2 I got them too, so I was happy enough, you know.
It got to like 3k to go and a few in our group started to hit out and I was just following the moves again. I think it was like Damien Shaw, so I just followed him and then jumped him at the end and thankfully got third, and Ed's moved right up there on GC and so's Dante as well, so it couldn't really got much better.
Robin, today how did it go for you with the hotspots?
It was tough, yeah. I mean, we had the first hotspot preem was 10k in, and after a KOM at 5k, so it was really flat out from the done. But luckily, yeah, managed to stay near the front and get the first preem, which put me in the jersey really. After gathering a few points in the break yesterday.
All smiles for Dave McGowan. He's enjoying being on these roads in the Suir Valley International 3-day. He's in the yellow jersey, and the rest of the jersey classifications, all smiles on the podium. Let's take a look at the stage result. Dave McGowan wins in 2 hours 10 minutes and 41 seconds. His breakaway companion Ed Laverick in second place. A good day though for JLT Condor, as they also take third place with Harry Tanfield. The rest of the top 10 there, Ali Macaulay in fourth, Paddy O'Brien in fifth, and Damien Shaw made up the top 6. And after 2 days of tough racing, Dave McGowan now leads with a little bit of an advantage on Ed Laverick of JLT Condor, presented by Mavic. Team Asea with third and fourth place. They're lined up to try and pinch the jersey back before the end of stage 3. And so to the evening criterium in the town of Clonmel on Sunday. The town band opening the evening criterium proceedings on the finishing straight. Let's take a look at the circuit for stage 3, a 2.1 kilometre criterium lap with 45 minutes of racing and 3 laps. Sure to be fast and furious, with some fantastic criterium riders in the field of this year's race. The town festivities getting underway early with a family 5 kilometre fun cycle on the same route. All smiles as everyone enjoys riding round the closed roads, which the Suir Valley would race on later on in the evening. The racing also included an under 16 race and an A4 race, but as the women's race concluded, the rain started to come down and the sky darkened, with the winds picking up, but that didn't stop large crowds gathering to watch the Suir Valley 3-day. The weather conditions though were so bad, when the winds with over 40 kilometres an hour, the race organisers decided to cut the racing to 30 minutes and 3 laps. Yellow jersey Dave McGowan getting some shelter before the race getting underway. The lead car giving them 2 ceremonial laps in the driving rain. Harry Tanfield in the white jersey getting ready for action. It was decided also that the general classification would not apply. Beautiful slow motion shot of the peloton and the yellow jersey grimacing in the tough conditions. And towards the end of the ceremonial laps and the racing underway, a small group forming, led by Owen Dudley of the team Isle of Man. Harry Tanfield on the front, taking his turn. A very fast pace for the weather conditions as we see Owen Dudley in the blue A2 leaders jersey attacking. Opening a gap now as Luke Mellor decides to chase, and Paddy O'Brien on his wheel. Dante Carpenter turns down the keys with O'Brien, Mellor, Dillon and Tanfield in tow. Onto the back straight and through the corners very, very quickly. Dante Carpenter looking very, very strong indeed. Riders really grimacing as the spray comes off the back wheels. Luke Griver-Mellor trying to hold on to the fast wheels of the riders in front. But JLT Condor with numbers looking like they're dominating the breakaway groups. Dante Carpenter doing a great job for the rest of his teammates as he powers along at the front. And the back markers coming through the finishing straight, showing here just how bad the weather conditions are. And the wind's now up to 50 kilometres an hour. Incredible conditions for these riders, but it's Luke Grivel-Meller now in the lead as he goes solo to try and take the victory. What a fantastic performance by the rider from JLT Condor. Behind him, Harry Tanfield has also attacked, and he's trying to go now for second place. The rest of the early move have absolutely no ambitions left to chase. They just want to get to the end of this tough criterium stage. But the crowds get ready to cheer on the lone leader, Luke Grivel-Meller from Team JLT Condor, presented by Mavic, turns into the finishing straight. The rain pouring down, the wind blowing hard, but this man has got his hands in the air to win stage 3. His teammate Harry Tanfield riding in to take second place. And just behind we see Dion McCarthy racing out to try and take third place, which he does for the Nicholas Roach team. Dante Carpenter and Connor Hennaby battle for the minor placings. On the podium, Dion McCarthy takes third place. Harry Tanfield pulls on the green jersey after taking second place in the criterium, and Luke Grivel-Meller takes the win and is presented with the Joe Kelly Memorial Cup by Martin Power. All smiles from Luke Grivel-Meller, and here is the stage 3 result. He took a magnificent win in 38 minutes and 14 seconds with a 1-2 for JLT Condor presented by Mavic. Nicholas Roach Performance Team's Dion McCarthy took third place, and a good day for Team Isle of Man. And after 3 stages of racing, Dave McGowan still leads in the yellow jersey. The Champion Systems rider with 4 hours, 44 minutes and 57 seconds. Just 4 seconds ahead of Ed Laverick in second place and Ali McCauley of Team Asea in third. Stage 2 turned out to be an epic battle with Team Asea taking control of the mountain stages to protect their rider Chris Riley to retain the King of the Mountains jersey. Again, the peloton was split when the break of the day was caught on the run-in to Clonmel, with Dave McGowan taking the yellow from Colm Cassidy. The Stage 3 evening criterium was an epic stage, with only 28 riders finishing due to driving rain and high winds. But that didn't stop JLT Condor's Luke Grivel-Meller from taking the solo win.
Initially going into it, we were looking after Ed and Dante, our 2 guys up there on GC, but when GC got neutralised for the stage because of the wet weather, it then turned to looking at me or Harry to go for the stage win. We all worked well together. We had Dante on the front, just setting tempo for a good amount of the race, and then I attacked with 4 laps to go and managed to get a gap and hold it to the line.
Big day ahead for Dave McGowan in the yellow jersey. Here's what he faces to try and win the Suir Valley 3-day. 123.5 kilometres of racing. Some tough roads to encounter, of course including the famous climb of the V, but finishing at the top of the mountain at the Naya. This final climb has been a place where riders have lost the jersey on the final stage. Let's hope that Dave McGowan has good luck today.
today's stage is going to be quite a tough one with those two big climbs. So yeah, we do obviously hope to defend the jersey. There's a few potential guys who can take it off me, but I think with the strong VC UK we can, we might be able to do it.
You got a rider, Chris Riley, in the King of the Mountains jersey, so will you protect that today?
We will. We'll do a job for Chris. Chris has been a great teammate all year, and this is his just rewards for a great season for us.
Well, we got the hotspots jersey at the moment, so we're probably going to go for them, or just be up there really, and obviously winning the A3 as well. So hopefully be up there and even get in the top 10.
Let's see if he can do it. The riders and all the support crews getting ready for stage 4 of this year's race. On the start line, the peloton all assembled. Declan Byrne, the race director, getting ready to roll out. Lots of ambition as the peloton roll out behind the neutralised car before the racing gets underway. Past St Mary's Church as we head out of the town centre. The riders racing past the Clonmel Park Hotel that many of the teams have been staying in over the last few days. Out onto the Kaya Road to the official start. Beautiful countryside here around Clonmel and Tipperary South. And now the riders underway on stage 4. Immediate attacks at the front as riders try to go clear. Luke Grivelmella in the white jersey leads the peloton towards Cahir. And a big attack from the King of the Mountain, Chris Riley. The first hotspot sprint taken here by the Isle of Man rider. And now we head out towards Kilbehenny. The peloton in one long line, the pace relentless as they make their way towards the first big climb of this stage 4. The mountains in the background where the race will finish. All the team cars out supporting their various squads. And the JLT Condor team, can they bring home the victory today? Or will it be Dave McGowan's Champion Systems team who take the final honours? As we head towards Kilbehenny, towards the first hotspot, a 7-man breakaway has gone clear. And the peloton working hard to try and keep this race back together. The Champion Systems team working hard on the front. As we turn here towards the first hotspot sprint, and it's Derry Feely, Harry Tanfield, Paddy O'Brien, Damien Shaw, Anthony Walsh and Michael Mottram, with Adam Armstrong who are in the lead. The pace very, very high, approaching 40 miles an hour. Harry Tanfield takes the first hotspot sprint ahead of Mottram in second and Feely in third place. Tanfield leads Adam Armstrong through to the first King of the Mountains. Onto the climb of the V, and Damien Shaw leading the breakaway group. Small gears required as we go up the lower slopes of this famous climb. Damien Shaw in the blue on the front. Harry Tanfield in the green Kent's jersey. Anthony Walsh of aqua blue on the front of the breakaway, working well. And we pass by the valley now on our way up the V. Beautiful aerial shots, the weather conditions much better than they were for the Criterium the night before. Back here to a chasing group, and we see the yellow jersey, Dave McGowan, as he tries to chase this race back. Dante Carpenter, of course, of the JLT Condor team, heading the momentum but not chasing that hard. On the climb, and it's Damien Shaw who's attacked the leaders, followed quickly by the aqua blue rider Anthony Walsh. And the riders are making their way towards the top of the V. Luke Mellor setting a momentous tempo with Ali McCauley of Asea and Owen Dudley of the Isle of Man in trouble at the back of the pack. Dante Carpenter still driving up the climb. A fantastic climbing style he has. A little bit similar to Richie Port of Team Sky. The yellow jersey of Dave McGowan in second place. And Damien Shaw, wearing number 59, presses towards the summit of the mountain. Dante Carpenter looking back to assess the damage he's done, and he's content to keep the pressure on the rest of the riders. As Damien Shaw now heads towards the first King of the Mountains of Stage 4, we can see the chasers are closing in fast, and Dante Carpenter still on the front. He has led the entire way up this climb. Damien Shaw summits the top of the V and takes another King of the Mountains to protect the lead of his teammate Chris Riley. And now it's a long descent into Lismore. Looping round that corner, very important to keep your line. Oh, and a big crash as Darren Allenson of Drumbane Cycling Team hits the deck, and all the other riders have to try and avoid his bike. Very dangerous on that right-hand turn. Well, somehow the rest of the peloton managed to miss the bike in the middle of the road, and so do the cars. He's going to need a little bit of mechanical assistance to get up and running and get moving back on stage 4. He'll want to complete the race. Morgan Fox of Planet X, though, gets the rider back on the road. Damien Shaw still out in the lead, and he's now in danger of taking the general classification from this man in the yellow jersey. He's also endangering some of the placings of the JLT Condor team, and so they all get on the front. Harry Tanfield setting the tempo. Damien Shaw looking very, very good, and he's now on the second last King of the Mountains of stage 4, and he's even smiling despite the effort. He mops up maximum King of the Mountains for his teammate Chris Riley. Great teamwork by Shaw and his American-sponsored team, Asea. But as we went past the main field, Damien Shaw reeled in by Balanakabi. His work done for the day. Harry Tanfield leads on to the final King of the Mountains of this year's race. This climb is extremely tough and many riders trying to go clear. Dave McGowan starting to suffer as he makes his way up this lower slope of the final climb of the Naya. He realises that he's got to get up to the leading riders as Ed Laverick now goes clear. The JLT Condor rider trying to go for the overall victory of this year's race. Laverick looking very, very strong indeed as he looks around to see the damage he's done. The yellow jersey now really suffering on this climb. His terrain is normally criterium style racing, and he is being distanced by Laverick as he tries to go for glory. He looks around and he's not going to get much assistance from the group behind him. Many JLT Condor riders also in the group, but maybe Seb Bayliss can help him out. Up front though is Ed Laverick with 3 kilometres to go. Laverick takes one more look back to see whether anyone is getting anywhere close to him. 2.5 kilometres to go to the finish. The JLT Condor rider is flying up this climb. The crowds await the lone leader at the top of the Naya. He makes the right-hand turn with 500 metres to go and comes into the finish, points to the sky as he crosses the line at the top of the Naya to take the stage win and the overall yellow jersey of the 2015 Suir Valley International 3-Day. Yet again, the Naya has its say as Ed Laverick pulls on the yellow jersey, sponsored by Fergal O'Keefe beside him on the podium. Mark Power takes the A3 jersey, sponsored by Devil's Bit Cider. Noah Dudley of the Isle of Man, the blue A2 jersey. Robin Gary of Team Isle of Man takes the pink jersey, sponsored by Pinewood. Chris Riley of Team Marseille takes the King of the Mountains jersey. Ned Laverick also takes the green points jersey. Team Marseille's Damien Shaw takes the combined jersey for the most aggressive rider. There we have it, all the jerseys of this year's race.
I distanced the yellow jersey, and for me that was a relief more than anything, because I knew that I could just keep my consistent pace and hold off till the finish. Extremely happy to take that win, and it was a great time to be riding the Suir Valley, and we hope to be there next year as well.
Was it tough going up the climb today?
It was. JLT really put the pressure on, up most of the drags, and they did split. There was only a wee group of, I'd say, about 19. Bit disappointing, because I thought we had just a nice little group, we might have been able to do something, But yeah, happy with how it turned out in the end, though.
It's massive for a town like Clonmel, where tourism-wise, we've a few festivals, but from the point of view of an international festival, it's the only one really all year in Clonmel. So it's huge for the calendar, for our hotel as well. It's great.
9th year, and next year hopefully 10th anniversary, bigger crowds again. International teams come from all over. Great spin. I believe now it's the second biggest race in Ireland, and we hope to grow it to the first biggest race.
So Wayne, it's been a great weekend.
Yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic. As always, we've been here for the last 3 years. The team always loves coming here. It's one of our main goals for the year. Unfortunately, Dylan was a little bit injured this year, but he came as a team rider. We brought a rider with us called Dave McGowan. She was our team leader. We gave everything. The team gave everything they had. Unfortunately, we lost it again on the last climb, but overall, we're really happy with the result. We've got second again. We've had second twice and a third. So for us, it's another target for next year. We're definitely going to win it next year.
What a turnaround for stage 4 of the Suir Valley International 3-Day. Ed Laverick used his climbing prowess to win the stage. Sebastian Bayliss of Champion System in second, trying to help out the previous yellow jersey, Dave McGowan, who finished in third place and lost the lead on the final race. Ed Laverick won the Suir Valley International 3-Day with an advantage over Dave McGowan, who finished in second. JLT Condor, presented by Mavic, had a fantastic event, Dante Carpenter finishing in third overall. And there's the makeup of the rest of the top 10 after 4 great stages of racing.
Another fantastic year for the Suir Valley 3-Day. We've seen great racing over the last 3 days. Again, with the yellow jersey being decided in the closing kilometres on the slopes of the Nire. We're looking forward to 2016, our 10th edition, where we will be back bigger and better with the Suir Valley 3-Day International Cycle Race.
Breathtaking scenery, fantastic racing, and it was all decided on the final day. What does the 10th edition of the Suir Valley International 3-Day hold in 2016? Thanks for joining us for the highlights of this fantastic event. Bye for now.